We gather here this afternoon to celebrate the generosity and the community spirit of our good friend, Wiliam Guitar Little. Getting to know Bill Little has been one of the great blessings of my life. We met a number of years ago when this building was under construction. Bill immediately understood the transformational role that the Center for Missouri Studies could and should play in the cultural enrichment of this city, this university, and this state. In 2018, Bill made a generous gift to the State Historical Society that resulted in the designation of 3 interior galleries in the center as the Guitar Family Gallery, honoring 2 of his 19th century ancestors, David and Odon Guitar, both of whom were Civil War veterans and prominent Boone County and Columbia residents. A few years later, when the State Historical Society had the opportunity to purchase 3 George Caleb Bingham portraits, Bill Little was the major donor who helped to facilitate that purchase. And last year, Bill made another significant donation that helped us to facilitate the placement of a bust of Mizzou's own Coach Norm Stewart in the Hall of Famous Missourians in the Missouri State Capitol. Most recently, Bill has made an additional generous donation to the State Historical Society that will allow our organization to purchase new artwork on a regular basis and to transform the Society's art gallery into a true destination point for those who seek to be enriched by our state's cultural heritage. I've been fortunate over the past few years to be able to enjoy Bill's company and conversation over lunch and dinner and a drink multiple times. Bill has helped me to shape my own understanding of contemporary American society through our stimulating conversations and through the reading material he has suggested to me, actually sometimes assigned to me. Each time Bill and I have met, I have left feeling inspired by Bill Little's intellect, his ever-present curiosity, and I am a better person for those meaningful interactions and exchanges. Although he is a native of Chicago, Bill Little's ancestral roots run deep in Missouri. His appreciation and understanding and support of Missouri art and history are legendary. And that's why we're here today to honor his foresight and his generosity by naming this space the Wiliam Guitar Little Missouri Art Gallery. And again, I want to thank you all for being here, and it is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the President of the State Historical Society of Missouri, my friend, Senator Roy Blunt.
Well, thank you, Gary. It's great to be introduced by you. Gary's coming to the end of his 21 years of leadership here, and there'll be other days to celebrate that. But I will say, without Gary's leadership, we wouldn't be dedicating the gallery because there'd be no gallery, because there'd be no building. And the use of the building, the weekly numbers of people that come here for lectures on Missouri history and literature of various kinds has changed dramatically during that 2 decades. And Gary, I'm grateful for you. Gary first went to work for me as the state archivist, and maybe 40 years ago almost, and we have been close friends together and worked together since then. Bill Little, actually my wife Abby, ran the U.S. Chamber Foundation for a few years and got to know Bill Little in that job, and was such a fan of Bill Little. Always a gentleman, always a leader, always thinking of what we should do next and how we could ensure that we got there, which is exactly what Bill Little was doing with this gift. This gift designed to do 2 things. One is to have the capacity to buy the art we should have when it was available, and 2 was to help maintain the art collection that we currently have. It's the biggest single addition to the endowment of the State Historic Society ever. It will make a difference for a long time. And that great collection, I think the last time it was appraised was 20 years ago. It was $100 million. And I don't know a lot about art, but every time I read about art as an investment, it has gone up dramatically in that 20-year period of time. So the value of the collection, but also the ability to be able to add to the collection. As I think Gary said, when there were 2 Bentons available not too long ago, the principal person that made the purchase of that happen was Bill Little. The next time there's a Benton available, the person that will have made the likelihood that we purchase those if they fit our collection will be Bill Little, because he made this gift to the society, but also a gift recognizing his heritage, the guitar family, the sense of him, no matter where he was born, as knowing he was a Missourian, as everybody from Illinois should be if they could, knowing he was a Missourian, getting back here when he could get back here. And so the Board of Trustees at our meeting today, while we were already grateful for this gift, passed a resolution memorializing the gift and Bill, and we'll send that to him and hope it's part of his experience of watching what we're doing today. Now, the thing I get to do is introduce the real president who's here, the president of the University of Missouri. Nobody uses this building more often or more effectively than Mun Choi. He has lots of meetings here. He has fully understood what it adds to our potential during the day or on weekends or at nights. But more importantly, I've gotten to work with him first as a senator, now in other ways. He's such a great leader, totally focused on the University of Missouri as a research institution, totally focused on the university as a leading institution, looking at the potential we have in nuclear medicine that literally nobody else in America has, and only recognizing it like no other leader of the campus has, but figuring out how to use it like no other leader of the campus has. President Choi, we're grateful for your leadership. The university benefits, the state benefits, and everybody that comes into contact with what you're doing here is better because you're here, and I'm glad you're here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. And Senator Blunt, we miss you. You were an incredible senator, not just for the state of Missouri, but for the entire country. During his leadership, the amount of funds that were made available for NIH research was surpassed year after year after year. He's probably the most important senator in the history of the United States in improving and saving lives in America. In addition to that, his support of Pell Grants for the most vulnerable American families is something that has made a difference in the lives of millions of families. So, Senator, thank you for your leadership. Well, it's great to be here, and I wish Bill would have been here to see what I see. This is like the cream of the crop of Boone County right here. They all gather for this very important event. Last week when Joan Menser contacted me, she said, "Mun, what are you doing next Friday?" And I said, "Oh, it's Donors Weekend. I got this, I got this, I got this. What do you need?" She said, "Well, there's an event honoring Bill Little." I said, "I'm going to be there." So I'm here to honor a truly incredible man that many of you know. And he was a talented student athlete at the university, truly iconic businessman at the highest level, and obviously a generous philanthropist. A philanthropist that believes in giving back to the community that has meant so much to him and to his family. And I remember Bill telling me stories about the guitar family. and the roots that they have in this community. And for him to come back to this community when he could have gone anywhere in the world, he decided he's going to have his roots here. He's going to maintain and grow the friendships that he's developed over the many decades. And he's going to leave something behind for later generations to appreciate. And what better facility to appreciate the culture, the history, and the arts for future generations to view, admire, and as they're walking in, as they're walking out, to think a little bit about Wiliam Guitar Little and the kind of life that he has led. Bill, if you're watching on streaming, we want to see you here in person so you could see what you helped to build. But as the president of this university that has such a strong tie to this incredible organization, I'm very proud to say that Bill Little is my friend, and I'm happy to be here to celebrate the grand opening of this brand new Gallery of Art. Thank you. Now, it's my honor to introduce Ms. Joan Stack, the art curator for the State Historical Society of Missouri. Joan.
Well, welcome everybody. It's so great to see so many people here, and I will say ditto to everything that Gary, Senator Blunt, and Mun Choi said. But I will, one of the things that I was thinking about when you were talking about Senator Blunt was that one of the things he did while senator was he came to the State Historical Society to announce an initiative to give the Monuments Men Congressional Medals of Honor. And I was lucky enough to go to that ceremony. And what is, I feel like I want to hold back tears because this is, he cared, he cared about art, he cared about culture, he recognized that our heritage is our cultural heritage. Those artists produced things that will never be available again if they're destroyed, and we need to save them and make them available to people. And what we do here at the State Historical Society is we have these wonderful artworks, but they don't belong to us, they belong to the people of Missouri. And anybody can come and see it and see them for free. And if there's something that's not on display, you can contact me and I'll arrange for you to come and see it. So what Bill Little has done is invest in us and believe in that importance of providing art to future generations. So not just my children, but my children's children, their children's children, hopefully will benefit from what's happened here today. So again, thank you so much, Bill Little, and thank you for everything you've done for us. It's my privilege to introduce our artist who's here today, and there was no better way to honor Bill Little's commitment to the arts than to have an artwork enter our collection in honor of Bill Little on this occasion by one of his favorite artists who's still producing work today, and that is Nora Othic. And she is a graduate of MU, and I've worked with her before. We have some works of hers in her collection, in our collection, and Bill Little has a number of works in his collection. But he has not yet seen the artwork that we purchased in his honor, so I want to invite Nora over to here, and we will unveil the artwork, and then maybe you'll say a few words about it. So.
It's no secret that an artist's career is not usually financially lucrative or very stable, but over the years I've had a lot of people help me out, and those have been customers, gallery owners, educators, other artists, museum directors, and patrons. And Bill is a patron. And to me, that means somebody who not only acquires art for themselves, but for the community. And I met Bill at Sager Reeves Gallery a couple of years ago. He just bought a painting of a bull, and he commissioned a painting of the Mizzou mules. And I did a pastel sketch first and emailed it to him to see if that was going to be approved, and he approved it. And so then I did the oil painting, which he bought. And because I always say there's 3 things I need, it's time, money, and a good supply of art, and I never have all 3 of them at the same time. I was coming up on a show, and I didn't have enough work for it. I thought, well, I'll finish up that pastel sketch as a completed drawing and put that in the show. And I did that, and then I thought, oh no, if Bill finds out about this, he'll think I'm just redrawing the same painting over and over again. So I let him know I had done it. If he wanted to buy it, he could, no pressure, but I shot him a low ball figure, and he ended up buying the pastel and donating it to the veterinary school at Mizzou. It's in the lobby, I believe. And when I got the check for it, it was for about 2.5 times the price I'd shot to him, and I contacted Hannah Reeves and said, there's kind of mistake here, and she said, no, he thought it was worth more, so. And that's Bill, he's a good guy. So I'll say something about the painting.
You want to come over here and help me?
It's called Snowbird in Winter, or Junco in Winter, whatever. And I had the idea, I've repeat themes over and over again, so this is one of 4 seasons. And I thought, well, I'll put a different bird in each one, and I'll do this frame with botanical pieces for each one, and that's the whole idea. It's nothing more complicated than that.
You've got your chop mark also, kind of Japanese. We use this.
Oh, yeah. Richard Dutton in town, does anybody remember Richard Dutton, a watercolorist? And he was doing a chop mark, and I thought, I like that a lot, so I switched. And I made the frame myself. It's pecan, so it's a Missouri pecan.
Yeah, but before you go, Nora, I want to give you a little something in thanks for coming today.
Oh, thank you.
Nora hails from near Marceline, Missouri.
Yeah.
And so she came all the way here for this event, so thank you so much.
Yeah, and Bill came up twice to my studio, which is 90 miles away. So.
Again, I am supposed to finish up today by inviting all of you into our gallery. We have a new exhibition. It officially opens on Tuesday, but you all get a preview. It's called Mail Carrier with a Camera. It's been a collaborative exhibit where we've had people from manuscripts, we've had people from oral history, we've had people from editorial, people from art, all working together to make this exhibit possible. And it's an exhibit of photographs that were made from slides that were created by a mail carrier in Howard County, Missouri, who would travel along and take photographs of people who were along his mail route. And I think it's a lot of fun. Most of these pictures are from the 1950s, and I hope you enjoy it. It's a wonderful slice of life, slice of Missouri rural life. So thank you so much for coming today, and please come and visit our gallery. The new Wiliam Guitar Little Missouri Gallery of Art.